Definitely gives a thumbs up to me. If you are looking for a new under eye concealer, I highly recommend it. I am going to be reviewing the new MAC concealer, and this is called the MAC Studio Radiance 24-Hour Luminous Lift Concealer. How many times I have to say this? What, the 24-hour thing? Calm down. So I was curious about this because, well, I'm always going to keep on testing concealers, foundations, everything. Even though I have my favorite, I'm always going to, because what works for me may not work for you. So it's good to try different things, and everybody has different budgets too, because Sicily is not in everybody's budget. So I was curious about this too, because I saw people doing this. I'm not going to actually do it, but they would take this and they do like a swipe here and a dot here and then a dot. Like, I didn't understand what all that concealer was for, because I'm going to insert a photo. So when I got matched up to this, I went to the MAC counter at Disney Springs. And so she wanted to match me, and she's like, don't worry, I'm going to match you, but it's going to look like you don't have any makeup on. She did do a good job matching up to my makeup, but she really didn't match it up to my face, because we did that. Anyways, like my skin. But anyways, I could tell when she's putting on, she's put way too much on. She was just putting it on. She had this big flat brush, and she was just like a flat brush, kind of, sort of, let me wipe this off, sort of like mine. Okay, but I feel like it was bigger. And she was just swiping and patting. I thought, oh Lord, that is going to just be creasing like crazy on me. And then she said it. And it did, because it looks terrible. So I mentioned this on my Instagram, and I just want to mention it here. This is what makes me crazy about makeup sometimes, because some people say, like, I don't want to listen to, like, I hate being called an influencer, because I feel like I don't influence you guys. If anything, I'm the opposite. We'll just say beauty content creator. I don't like listening to them. I'd rather listen to a makeup artist. Well, just because you're a makeup artist doesn't mean you're good at your craft. I was a hairstylist, and I worked with people that I would never let them touch my freaking hair. Truth. So this is a makeup artist, and you put way too much product on. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, just because you're a makeup artist doesn't mean you're good at your craft. She should have known. She should have known not to do that. And honestly, even the younger people that put all that on, I don't know why you're doing it. You're just wasting product. You don't need to do this whole thing under your eye. It just drives me nuts when I see it. I'm like, why are you wasting so much freaking concealer? It's whatever. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to do it the right way. In case you're new here, you might not have seen me do this. Two brushes I like to use to do this. I guess I'll use this one today. This is the one that came with my Sicily, but I also like this. I know there's quite a difference. Actually, I'll use this one today, because you can buy this one if you want to. This is from Clé de Peau. It is a big difference. Let me show you what I'm going to do, because we're not going to use this. Don't use this, because you're going to swipe way too much product. So we're just going to take it. See how I brought it to a point? And we're going to get product on, and then I'm going to take my mirror so I can see what in the hell I'm doing. And I like to put it right here. I always tell you that. That's a good place to put it, because then we're going to blend it out and thin it out, and then we can apply it, like the rest of it under. Like, so if you have all darkness under there, we're gonna blend it out, but you just want to start here, because you're going to put the most amount right there. It's not going to go all the way under there and end up creasing under your eyes like that makeup artist did to me. Okay, so it's going to take this, and I might even, I'm going to wipe my brush off. I have a towel on my table that I change often. I wiped it off. I'm just going to get in here, and I'm going to pat. And I like to do it with a brush as opposed to my finger, because I've said it before, finger's kind of fat, you know? You're going to end up getting too much everywhere. So sometimes I do that at the end. I might go like this a little bit, but I mean, I try to be very careful. It's a nice concealer. It's not as hydrating as my, and I'm going to show you before I even powder it. I'm going to do the other eye. It's not as hydrating as my Sicily, but I do really like it. But the key is not to put too much on. So let me show you close up so you can see my eye. I feel like, you know, could look a little bit dry-ish, but it's nice. It's a nice one. I do like it. I have not played around with it on my face yet. I've really concentrated it on under my eyes. And I'm testing a foundation today, so stay tuned. Maybe I'll do an updated look and maybe do a look with this. So if you want to see that, let me know in the comments. And by the way, I did not use this today. I brought this in here. I did not put this under my eyes. This is from Colleen Rothschild. This is her illuminating eye cream, which I love. I love that it's color correcting because it's got that peach undertone and it has so many good skincare benefits. And I usually use it as my base, but I did not today because I wanted you to actually see the concealer first. And then I'm setting it, by the way, with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Filter. That's what I'm setting it with. Okay. So it's a really nice concealer. I would say if your under eyes are really dry, this might not be a good one for you. Because I can see some dryness right here. I can see it already. I'm going to blend that a little bit more. It's not as hydrating as the Sicily, but it is a nice one. So if you need coverage, this is a good one. But if I had put this on first, that could make a difference. You know, I do have eye cream on, but so I'm going to go ahead and take it again on my brush. I think the applicator is nice if you're going to use it on your face, but by your eyes, it's a big no for me. It's just too much. Now I can use the applicator. Actually, I can use the applicator from Sicily now because I do sometimes do that, and it makes a nice little skinny line. And I also can use the one from Natasha Denona because that one's not too fat, but that one's just way too fat. And I just start tapping it. And I will get some under there, but you see how I thin it out? I have to get my finger up here. Something is balling up on me. I may not have got all of my stuff off my, when I was doing my eyes this morning, my microcurrent. I'm using, actually testing a different device. What actually not my zip that I was using. There's a device that I'm using that I'll be sharing in, I don't know when, because I record all my videos ahead of time, but I'll probably push this out early. So I'll just say months to come, you will see that video. So I have a little bit of that I'm trying to work out here. But you can see it takes very little product to do it. I think it looks good. My light keeps going like bright and dark. I don't know what's happening there. Okay. And I always set my under eyes. If you don't want to do that, then don't do it. This is a very, very finely milled powder, so it doesn't look cakey or heavy on me. But if you feel like it just does no matter what, then don't powder your under eyes. If you want to kick down that shine, I've shared this before, but I have a lot of new subscribers. If you want to kick down that shine and you don't want to use powder, just take a tissue, you know, like a Kleenex tissue. And you can even separate it if it's like a thick one. So you just have a really thin one. And then you just place it on your eye and just lightly tap it. And it'll just take a little bit of that top coat off, if you will. It's not going to take your concealer off, but it'll just kind of take a little bit of that top off. And then it won't look shiny. So just a little tip, because that's one of the reasons that I like to set mine is I don't like it looking shiny. I don't know why my light keeps going on. I don't use my ring light all the time, but I felt like I needed it today because I felt like it was too dark in here. But let me get the rest of my makeup on and I'll be right back. So all of my makeup is on. It's actually been on for a while. So I'm going to zoom you in so you can see what my under eyes look like with this concealer. I think they look pretty freaking good. So this definitely gives a thumbs up to me. If you are looking for a new under eye concealer, I highly recommend it. As I said, I'm going to play around with this and use it on my face, and I will update you guys either with another video or something like that if you guys want to see me do that. So I'll just kind of play around with it, kind of compare it to the Natasha Denona. Maybe I'll do a video like that. Maybe I'll play around with this, and maybe I can do like one side with this and one side with the Natasha Denona, as long as the colors are the same. Otherwise, if they're not similar, then I might look kind of weird. But I feel like they might. I feel like I hit the one that I have is similar color to this, but we'll see. But I really like it. It's not creasing on me, but the key is don't overuse this. Don't do that thing. I don't know why MAC is doing that. Don't do the dot thing and do it. I don't care how old you are. That's way too much product. You're just wasting product, and it's just not going to look pretty. Don't you want it to look like, I hate to use the word natural for makeup because makeup never looks natural, but the more you put on it, it's just going to crease and it's just going to look terrible on you. It's just going to accentuate every line. So if you smile, it's going to accentuate it. So don't overuse your product. But 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. This is a fabulous one. So thank you so much for joining me. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you were kind of on the fence, weren't sure about this concealer, I really hope that my video was helpful to you. If you were new here, I would love to have you join. I share new videos every single week. Please consider smashing that subscribe button below. It is totally free. I share new videos every Sunday and Wednesday. And before you leave, I would greatly appreciate it if you would like, share, and comment my videos because it helps to push them out, and I would greatly appreciate it. And thank you again so much for joining me. You could be doing anything today, but you're hanging out with me, and I greatly appreciate it. I will see you all in my next one. Bye.